Just say pudding. Just say pudding.
The pudding. The pudding.
Yo, there was no emphasis on nothing.
I'm telling you, yours
You
wins.
You gotta put the face like with the pudding in the popsicles.
What's up, Internet? It's the Wabu Sabu podcast coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Gus the Great.
I'm Tyrese Sally.
And this is Wabu Sabu. What do you know? You made it. Congratulations. We're all together here.
We're still alive. We're still kicking it.
We're still alive. It's another great day. It's actually kind of sunny here in Atlanta on this winter day.
They be lying about winter. It's not winter. It's like, 62 degrees or something like that?
I mean, I don't know what to believe when it comes to weathermen. Or we were just discussing before the show. I think if you do a 30% chance of rain, you can't be wrong.
You can't.
If it didn't rain, you'd be like, I told you so. If it does rain, I told you so. 30%, you're always right.
So the Atlanta weather people be lying to us, man. They be lying all the time. And I'm so sick of their lies. At this point, I'm going to be a weatherman.
I mean, your guess is probably just as good. It's got to be.
I'm going to make a guess for tomorrow.
You're just going to go by your feels?
100%. I'll make a guess tomorrow.
If I'm sad, it's probably
It's going to be cold in the morning.
Oh.
It's going to be hot in the afternoon. It's going to be cold at night.
Okay. Let's see if Weatherman Ty is correct.
And if I am correct, I'm going to need 300 likes on this video. 300. Yeah, make it happen.
You better respond accordingly.
I will.
Out there.
I will.
Them.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking
Them.
to you.
Yeah. You thought you were talking about me.
Talking to you.
You thought you were talking about me, but you talking about you.
I mean, you will respond accordingly.
I'm going to respond.
You always respond
I
accordingly.
always respond. I answer my phone if it's not a bill collector. But I answer my phone.
Do you answer random numbers?
I don't.
Does anyone?
But people say you should because that could be a blessing. That could be a blessing.
I mean, what's the worst case from answering?
They ask for money.
Yeah, that's the worst case.
That's the worst case. The best case is you hang up.
No, wait. What really is the best case? You said there's a reason why you might want to answer it. I don't know what would be the best case. Like someone's like, I'm just looking for someone to answer to give all this money to.
Yeah, like
no,
dude. This reminds me, like, I don't know if you ever had this happen to you, but like, you know how they send you emails? Like there was this one email that said like I was a prince of Dubai or something like that.
Yeah, the good old spam.
Yeah, and I was like 16, 17. Yeah. I was like, and now mind
you're
you,
like a prince.
But see, I'm adopted.
Prince emailed me.
I'm adopted, so I thought it was real.
Possible.
Anything's possible. I could be a prince. I could be a king. I could be anything.
I mean, facts though, for
and
sure.
I was fitting. Like I emailed the dude back. I did. And I was like, hey. Please. Hey, you from my mama and daddy?
Yeah. Like, oh my God, this is the best news ever. Yeah, and they're rich.
I was like, what's the odds? And so I messaged him back. I was like, hey man, you need a bank account number? And he said, yeah.
They're like, my mom and daddy should know my bank account number.
And he said, yeah. And y'all think I gave him the account number? I'll let you figure that out. So yeah, man, that happened. Has that ever? You ever get those emails?
Yeah, yeah. I think like the email spam precedes. Now we're in the text spam era.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate the text.
But
they hit me with the text too.
I literally got one yesterday. That said, "Hey, Catherine, what time are we playing tennis tomorrow?"
I got something like that, and you'd be like, "I'm not Catherine."
Yeah, they're just like random. They'll even say like,
"Oh, we."
But
they're
always very friendly. Though,
yeah, they'd be like, "We can be friends."
It kind of makes you feel good. You're like, man, do I have
like,
tennis plans? I don't know. Do I want them?
And sometimes I'd be like,
what time do I want to play tennis tomorrow?
Sometimes I'd be like, I don't want no more friends. Like they be saying, I'm maxed out.
I mean, I got enough. I'm satisfied on friends, so yeah, I'm not trying to answer.
I mean, if they're right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I'm not open to new friends, but I'm.
But
just,
like not
I'm
over
good.
the text
I'm not
message.
trying to. I'm not reaching out for.
Yeah, like if you texting me, or if you emailing me, we can't be.
We're gonna put Ty's phone number right here.
We're gonna put Gus all his information. If y'all paying phone numbers, I'm gonna make sure we edit it to we pay his social security.
Yo,
all right, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you gonna play.
Let's see who the editors like more. Time will tell. I'm excited to see what pops up on the bottom there. We need a live feed for us.
We do.
Yeah, we'll work on that. live graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life. Hey, that's 2024 goals we just talked about on our last podcast. Setting 3 goals. How's everyone doing out there with their goals?
I think I'm with my goals.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm on course.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually likewise. So, and it's kind of funny, self-fulfilling prophecy because a lot of my goals have to do with this podcast. So interesting.
And guys, I gotta say, Gus, today you look amazing. I like the shirt.
Oh,
I like the colors.
Thank you, man.
The colors are giving me, summer vibes. Even though we're not in the summer,
I'm bringing the warmth.
You know, and I'm giving you granddaddy.
Yeah, we have a great contrast going on right now. It is fantastic, and I appreciate that compliment. I went for the colors because after today's break, we're going to discuss creativity.
Ooh,
yes,
for sure,
something
man.
to look forward there in a few minutes. But yeah, so I had to feel like I had to get a shirt that looks like it had crayons drawn on it.
And I love it because it gives me, like I said, it gives me like summer vibes.
Yeah, it's
pretty got a lot going on. It reminds me
of a happy tea,
like something that One Piece, to do from One Piece would wear. You know what I'm saying?
One Piece.
Yeah, the in anime.
Oh,
he would wear something like that.
Interesting. I'm not as versed in anime, but I'll take it as a compliment.
Like I give
One
myself,
Piece sounds like a badass.
Like something that like Denzel Washington would wear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something that like a Samuel L. Jackson would wear.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Scary. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson would wear the hat though.
Some
for
bad
sure.
MFers.
Yeah, 100%.
You do not want to cross.
You don't.
If someone wears that hat, don't cross them.
Don't.
If someone wears a shirt, you could probably cross them and get away with it.
100%.
But
100%.
yeah, for our audio listeners, it just looks like a kindergartner made my shirt. That's all.
Yeah, it's so.
Now you're in on the
man.
joke.
Yeah. I just have gray. I'm just a gray.
Do you have a shirt that you consider like a happy shirt? Because like,
ooh,
I like to express my feelings through my wardrobe. I have sad shirts. I got a lot of metal black band tees.
I just got a lot of like regular. You know what I'm saying? Like a regular.
Just clothes, man.
Just clothes, man.
Clothes. You're a classic guy. That's what we say.
I'm a classic man.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's your
dun,
theme
dun,
song.
dun, dun, dun.
That plays when you're like waking up. There's like a little breakfast montage.
Sometimes
That's
I do.
playing
Sometimes when I wake up, I even do this. Like I have a tie, but I don't even have a tie.
Let's get this
Just
day.
get the day. That's exactly what it is.
Everyone should start doing that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow, that's a power move.
it
That's like
is.
a hand mudra or
Right.
something.
Or it makes you look like you're itching. But either way, you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you're doing it.
Yeah. That's power.
But man, I don't know, man. Like, how has your week been?
It's actually definitely above average, which is great. Got to be grateful for that.
Hold on.
My sister had a birthday party.
That is true.
That was fun.
How was it? Was it litty lit?
So much love for my sister. Yeah,
Did
she's
she
got
cry?
some good friends
Did she cry?
that. It's funny. She doesn't really particularly enjoy the spotlight, even though sometimes her antics give her the spotlight.
Yeah.
But so it's just funny to see people shower her, and she's like, "No."
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, when you got friends that like want to give you the love and shower you, man, you gotta
Mhm.
embrace it. You gotta take it in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gotta take it in like it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I do it. You know, I don't
Good
know how
way
Gus does. Maybe
to
Gus be like,
describe that.
maybe he'd be like this. You know what I'm
take
saying?
it.
But I take it. Take it. You know, like powerful.
That is powerful.
Yeah. It is.
I don't
It
know.
is. Hey, don't get me
Speechless.
canceled. I don't get canceled.
Yeah. So take it as long as it's consensual.
Right. 100%. 100%.
But then you're good.
But then you're good. 100. But my week has been interesting, man. You know, just a lot of work.
Yeah. You're starting a new project soon.
Starting a new project. I'm getting prepared
Yeah.
for my new.
I like
new show
working
I'm on.
in the industry because it's like your life kind of goes in seasons and waves. It's not monotonous in the sense it's the same thing every day.
Yep.
You're a lot of time on, a lot of time off. You know, work,
and
butt off for 3, 4, 5 months, however many. Like,
and the good thing about it is, it's like that's my feeding season. Cause like crafty is like the best thing like ever.
snacks.
You know, snacks, and then they give you like good food.
If you don't know about crafty, if you're not in the film industry, it's all about the fruit snacks. That's what's up.
Got you. Oh yeah, hold on. What fruit snacks do you like?
I mean, the classic in Atlanta is the Welch's. That's the classic. That's
oh yeah, man. You know what's crazy?
It might be the same.
And some people may say I'm a little bit too crazy when I say this, but out of the Welch's fruit snacks, I like the grapes. Like I literally, they sell the grapes specifically.
That's true. You know, I'm not mad at it, but the strawberry.
Oh, you hit me now. If they had a strawberry and grape combination,
stop it.
Take my soul. But they
Straw
don't.
grape.
Man, you be coming up with words that I don't even know. Say it again.
Straw grape.
Hey, I'm gonna use that.
Do we just make money?
We did.
Hell yes.
We did.
Doesn't feel any different though after all that money we made.
But you just said straw grape. I just want you to understand what you just said. You said something that's creative. I ain't even said it like I ain't even do it to nobody.
Tie it in.
But you said something that was what? Creative. Boy, hey.
We're on theme. We're on brand. We're on point.
But see, you doing things without doing things. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're always creative. We are creators. Human beings are creators. We're gonna get into this. We're just teasing you a little bit.
We're just like slapping you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then we're gonna come back and go wow with some knowledge.
Yeah, big slap. Consensual.
I don't think anybody gonna consent to being slapped. I don't know.
Oh, actually, dude, that's definitely not true.
That is true because they have the tournaments. There's the tournaments.
Yeah. There's definitely consensual slappers out there for sure.
People fire.
They do it competitively, and some people enjoy a little pain.
And you know who I think would give the best slap? If I were to get slapped by Cat Williams, that'd be kind of cool.
There would be some bragging rights.
That'd be some bragging rights.
If you had to be slapped by another man, Cat Williams.
Cat Williams is the one to do it.
I would be honored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you got,
I would just say like, don't do as hard as you can. You know, I'd be like, come on, Cat. Like you're cool. I like you, dude. Like just give me a medium.
Now I know a one person in the world that definitely would cry if they got slapped. 100%.
Requires a slap?
No, that would cry. That would cry if they got slapped immediately. I want you to take. And he's a celebrity. I'm my bad. He's a celebrity.
A crier.
He is a celebrity.
I don't know. I don't want to cry shame, but
I'm gonna tell you the name. The name is James Gordon. That dude looked like, bruh, you flick him in the nose, he cry. I promise you. But
there's nothing wrong with crying.
Nothing wrong with crying. But don't cry in front of me because I will laugh. I promise you that. I will laugh. I don't even know.
I'll give you a hug. How's that? We're like good cop, bad cop.
Mm-hmm.
My hugs will protect you from all the laughs.
And my laughs will protect you from... My laughs will protect you from the laughs.
You know, Ty builds character. You
build character too, man. We both build character.
We're character builders.
You know what I'm saying? We build you up. And then sometimes we'll build you up, just knock it down. But then you build you up again.
Life is but a roller coaster.
It is.
That's why we call it Wabu.
Sabu.
Ooh, that's how. Now you know.
Man. Like, the juices of creativity in my head is just oozing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as a human being, you have to be creative. Like, it's like I have to.
By definition.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we do. And I think it's like one of the cooler things about being human is that we're like one of like, you know, there's other animals out there that make tools and stuff, but like we're like the most creative. It's almost a part of being human. Yeah, it's like it's intrinsic to what we do. So
it is.
Bringing thought to reality, manifestation is all creation. And, you know.
And in ourselves, like even biologically, females
Females
definitely
create
can
life.
create. They create life.
Yeah.
So
They make
automatically,
a
I'm not
baby
saying
inside of them.
I'm not saying
That's
as a
crazy.
female go out there and start creating life just out of willy nillys.
Not just because you can.
Not because you can.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? But you can.
But it's
do
a
that.
magical thing.
It is.
And men create millions of seeds an hour. Pretty crazy.
An
man.
hour?
Yeah. I mean, pretty fast. I mean,
Yeah.
an hour, but
That's crazy, man.
yeah, we get on it. So we're both life creators. It's just takes two to tango, you know.
Mm-hmm. Not one, but two.
But two.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of tango, we got a few ads to bring you. We'll be right back with creativity after this.
We're back here at Wabu Sabu, man.
We are.
Thank you guys for continuously listening and being here while we took a little
We do it for you guys.
advertisement break.
So thanks for doing it for us.
But back to the topic.
Back to the topic at
At hand. We are talking today about creativity. And, you know, this is a very unique topic because we as human beings are already naturally creative.
By definition.
By definition. Like, literally, everything you do involves in some sort of creativity, I feel.
Yeah. Even, I think it kind of goes hand in hand with manifestation, but it's like creativity is essentially like thinking it up and then like making it a reality.
Yeah,
So,
for sure, man.
What do you, what would you define creativity as? Like, what's your definition?
My definition is creating something out of nothing, but also using some kind of influence for the thing that you're creating.
So you did use the word in the definition. I don't know if we can accept that.
Okay. Let me give you another one. Since we can't accept
Yeah,
whatever
no,
definition
I'm
it
sorry.
was.
I'm holding you to it.
Okay. Making something
So far, so good.
out of nothing, but being what's the word I'm looking for? God darn. Being inspired by
Thank you,
something.
Producer Haley. Shout out.
Thank you.
Say what's
Thank
up
you.
on the mic. You've been so
You've been so
quiet this whole
quiet.
time. Just prove to the people you exist and you're not
Aw.
AI.
Hi, it's me.
Hey, it's not our fault.
Yeah,
Inspired.
it's not our fault. Our viral hit. We're gonna make Haley t-shirts. It's not our fault.
But no,
Oh, man.
yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty much my.
I think mine's pretty similar. I would say, making something that wasn't there before, and it's almost like even a modification of something that has been is creative because you're modifying it to make something that hasn't been there before. So it's like, you know, we live in an age where like there's so much been done, and it's hard to have a completely original idea. And you know, people can argue that there does exist or doesn't, but so now creation is like taking the palette of everything that's been here before and making things from those things.
So kind of like not rebranding it, but like recreating,
And improving.
improving. That's
Improving
what
it,
I'm
yeah.
looking for.
Or putting your spin on it.
Yeah, because it's like when you improve something. Like I look at, for instance, like the phone, right?
Great.
The phone. We
Phone's
all
been
know
around for a while.
what the phone has looked like. I never had the little rotor thing, but
Because you're so young.
I'm so young. But I never had the rotor thing. I had there was the brick thing, you know, the house phone.
Yeah.
Which doesn't
Suitcase
exist anymore.
phone.
But now we have these small little things
Yeah.
called the iPhone.
Maybe
or the
even smaller
Android.
than that.
Smaller than that.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't know. Small.
Pretty small.
But
Small computers.
they
Now they're computers.
But somebody had to create the first phone,
Yeah.
and then somebody
Like Steve Jobs didn't invent the phone.
No, not
but
at
he
all.
made the iPhone, which
I
is
don't think he
significant.
even did that because
Okay,
I
he
don't know.
oversaw the iPhone
there we go.
for sure.
There we go.
But you know, that is an improvement. That's creative. It's taking something that exists, or you know, I think like create. Yeah, you look like you got something.
No, go ahead.
No. You
sir.
I insist.
I insist. Okay, I was gonna say Power Rangers. I know
you
I'm going
for
back.
stopping
I know,
me.
I know, I know, I know, I know. But I'm saying, like, Power Rangers was like an old Japanese TV show that then was brought to the U.S. to be the Power Rangers. So they kind of took somebody's idea and then made it their own.
That's true. I mean, that's a form of creativity.
Right.
I think there's, in my mind, there's two types of creativity. There's creativity for like innovation and science, and then there's artistic creativity. So it's like one is like a little more tuned to leisure, and then the other is like can improve lives, like a new device for the heart to stop it to flow correctly or something. That's creativity, but you're a scientist. So like this goes back to our point where like everyone is creative, and I'm a big advocate, and I've known people like really close to me that say, "Oh, I'm not creative," and I'm like, I feel like it's almost my duty to reinforce that everyone is. Mm-hmm. Everyone is. Like thinking about what you're hungry for is a form of creativity. Like making the food on your plate, whether even if you order it, you're like getting creative to like what you desire. So, it's also a muscle though. It's not something. People that feel they're not creative say that, I feel like, because they haven't practiced it. And it's art really is just like creation from your perspective. So everyone's perspective is valid. So try whatever you want to be creative in, and I promise you it's going to be unique.
100%. Even if, like I was in art in high school, I was in art class. And I made this giraffe, right, out of clay, right?
Clay giraffe.
Clay giraffe.
Pretty dope.
Pretty 100%.
Sounds pretty hard with the neck, like high chance of breakage.
It was 100%.
And the skinny legs. You do skinny legs?
Dude, I did the whole giraffe.
Holy.
The whole giraffe, and it was like
God among men.
one of the best things I ever made, and it was like in a museum. It was in a museum.
So
Seriously.
you're like a published artist.
I don't want to toot the horn, but toot, you know what I'm saying?
Aruga.
But no, that was creative in the sense of like how to construct a little giraffe out of clay. That was the hardest part because like you had to shape the legs, you had to shape the body, and then you had to shape everything about that giraffe was literally thought because like the insides were hollow. So it's like, how do you hollow out? It was a whole thing. Mm-hmm. But that was a hard thing to do because I don't know why I chose a giraffe.
Well, part of creativity is about the challenge, If it's not challenging, it's hard to be creative. And I think it's like, even with like it's ironic because I feel like challenges make you more creative. And that's why, like, for example, I really love this thing called the 48-Hour Film Festival, where they force you to pick they give you a character, they give you a genre, they give you a line, a prop. They give you a lot of elements, and then they give you also other restrictions, like your film can't be more than 7 minutes, it can't be blah, 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 blah. And then I love that because it's like the more restriction I'm given on that, almost the crazier ideas I come up with, like for the script. And it seems like a counterintuitive point because it almost seems like more restrictions make you less room for creativity, but it really does have the opposite effect. It's strange.
And I want to say something, man. I've worked on many of those 48-hour films with Gus. And there's one film, and I'm in one of the films, by the way, if y'all ever go into his codex to see what
maybe we should put it on the Patreon.
We should.
At
the
Wabu,
back
Sabu
of my head, you can clearly see. Clearly. And you can also see our producer Haley's back of her head because she was in the film with me.
Oh, this is a comedy.
This was a comedy.
We also had comedy films. We should put that on the.
Ironically, though, it was a funeral scene.
Yeah, that part was and it was the punchline of the joke.
And I was actually hysterically laughing.
We're like, here's where you laugh, and it was a funeral. That was where the punchline came in. Strange times.
Man,
we were very creative back in the day.
Yeah, and you can see, and when you look at the back of my head, you can actually see how young I look.
Yeah, young back.
Young back. Mm-hmm. Now I have rolls on my neck. So
Old back.
back.
Oh man.
But no, man. Like even doing jokes, telling jokes. There's creativity in that because like you're telling something hopefully from personal experience, and then making that into a funny, sketch, joke, skit, whatever it is. And that takes a lot of, thinking and thinking outside the box. Being very, I guess collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that can be very challenging, should I say?
Yeah, and I think everything worth doing is challenging. And but I think the point I really want to stress is that it's healthy. Being creative is healthy.
It is.
And I think like there are times I'm looking back and when I happen to be in my more lethargic, depressed state, I'm just not as creative. And, when I feel like I'm really kicking ass and I'm like, when I'm creating things and I'm doing what I want to do, I feel happy. I feel purpose. I feel like I have a purpose. It's just, life is just more enjoyable when I'm creating. And I don't know if that's just like me as an artist, but I also feel like everyone's an artist. So I believe everyone's creative and everyone's an artist. Some people just choose to act on it.
Is there anything that spurs your creativity?
Ooh,
Like
I'm
that
glad you
kinda-
brought that up because this is a great thing. And I think it's like, that's the precious question, because creativity, but first I want to ask the question, can creativity be forced?
100%.
I agree. I do agree. And so it's like, it's like you need to at times.
Yeah.
You need to be creative on a regular basis. So spurring creativity, like a few things that like, I actually made a list because I have a lot of things that I
You
like to
made a
do.
list? I have no list.
Well, no, that's fine.
List.
That's fine
Made a
because I
list?
have like way too many things to talk about on this list. But I think like the main thing to spur creativity is to like mix it up.
Okay.
Because like doing the same thing is not going to help. So whether it's getting to a different location, whether it's just taking a walk, whether it's eating something, even just watching something, like mix it up.
Yeah.
And another, like one of my favorite ways to mix it up is collaborating. Because like, I think when I'm feeling a challenge to creativity, it's because I'm thinking through my mind and I'm
You're
trying the
stuck in your
same.
own head, yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how to think outside the route that my mind is taking to get to the solution. But when you collaborate with someone and you're really truly collaborating
With yourself,
you realize
and
you're
others.
gaining a whole different perspective, and they're opening a whole different path to achieve that success. And I think that's like an ultimate way to do it. And I think my most go-to though is cleaning. If I can't get past
That's
something
interesting.
and I'm feeling like I'm hitting in a creative rut, I will just clean, declutter, and organize, and I sit back down, and it's almost like I'm in a whole different mindset, being in a different space, different energy around the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fail-proof way for me.
That's crazy because like there's a couple for me, and I'm going to go by three. Mainly
Okay.
one.
So you do have a list.
I
You sneaky
a
sneak.
small one, a very small one,
Yeah,
but
that counts.
The three that helps me, music.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Music definitely puts you in a different
different.
mindset.
Oh, 100%. Different vibes of music. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
I'm
medicinal
open
music.
to all kinds of genres, so that helps. Food, man. Your boy likes to eat.
Sometimes we're just hungry.
We're just hungry.
If we're struggling, sometimes we just need a little bite.
Need a little bite. And then the last one is for me. I'm just saying for me, watching a TV show or a clip on a YouTube or
just stir the brain a little.
Stir the brain a little bit, yeah. Because like depending on what you're doing, depending on what you're watching, you know what I'm saying, it could help spur that creativity within the realm of whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're cooking, you know what I'm saying, you might watch an episode on, how to cook mashed potatoes, and they may give you the idea to put a glob of butter in there, which you never usually do. You know what I'm saying? It may make that.
Or like something weird like cream cheese.
You just told your own secret. I ain't said it. Nah, I ain't said it.
I really like how
Nah,
you didn't say that, but
He said it. So if he, you know,
Look,
he be telling his own secrets.
We put it out early in the podcast so that, like,
ain't
if
say
you know, you know now.
I ain't say it. That's what I
But
want
you're not going to
know.
catch me next season saying anything.
He gonna be telling. That's why I say.
No, this is
you
for the
can't-
loyal fans.
You can't rob a bank with this dude. This dude would
Grape cheese!
This dude would tell on you 100%.
Nah, I like to. I don't gatekeep. That's the thing. I tell secrets to my recipes. I wow people first when it is secret, and then I let them know.
When I say wild, he wowed me with that one. Because honest to God, it works.
Oh, thanks, dude.
It works. Oddly enough, it works.
Yeah, you got to take a food compliment from Ty. It's high praise. So
Yeah, man.
that.
I mean, guys, you be coming up with some weird combinations of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See, we
saying?
both love food, but I'm just a little more creative with my taste, which we are digressing. But food is a great way to be creative, and it's also a great way to spar creativity. Yeah, absolutely. Did you say man. 3? Did you? I think
I said
2, right? Food,
TV shows, music. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3.
That is 3. I would like to add like risk taking to creativity to how to spark, because creativity is about making new, and if you're not taking risks, you're not making new. So, and even if it is a hodgepodge of old to make new, you have to take risks. So to be like one of those like truly honored like groundbreaking things, like you're not going to be groundbreaking with the same old. So it's risk taking is an inevitable aspect of the creative process, and it's just something we got to learn to embrace failure too.
And sometimes being safe. You know what I'm saying? Being safe with your creative process is fine too. You know? Like sometimes you don't got, you know,
Mr. Safe.
If you draw outside the lines, you get an F. But you draw inside the lines, you get an A. You know what I'm saying? Some people are more like that.
Okay, there is something to it. I will say, like, there has to be like the language of acceptability. So it's just like, I don't like weirdness for weirdness sake.
Right.
Like, if a band tries to be weird just to be creative, or if an artist is just like doing stuff to get shock value, I don't take too much I don't respect.
For
it as
instance,
much.
like how iPhone copy Android. You know what I'm saying? You Android people, y'all know what I'm saying. They try to take something that Android was really good at, and they try to do better, but they really couldn't. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think you better check your sources on that.
That's what I'm trying to say. But people who have iPhones, you know what I'm talking about.
I have to hop in here.
You're talking about creative people?
I don't think so.
Oh,
talking about creative people?
Huh?
People with iPhones?
No. People
Everyone's
with iPhones
creative.
crazy.
Android people are creative.
Android people are creative because you got to figure out how to maneuver.
How to work the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what you got to do for iPhones.
Because you got to wait as it loads.
You know, I started something I didn't mean start.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have to tilt it towards the sun, too.
Yeah, it's got to face north to get signal. But we're going to have a whole episode, Apple versus Android.
We are.
Or Apple versus PC. I'll take it on. Ooh, those Apple Vision Pros are coming out soon. But anyway, I also do want to add to this creative talk, because we're almost finished with the segment. But I think something necessary for creativity is to set aside time to think.
That is one.
I think
how when I know you're about to start, but when you say set aside time, set aside time.
That's what I
think.
said.
Is there a duration?
No.
Okay.
No, and that's why I don't want even people, especially to start. Just start and go till you feel bored, because it's not going to be very. Your first time is going to be like. It's not a form of, it is a form of meditation, but it's not like clear your mind or anything, which you can do, but you can allow your mind to wander.
Brainstorming.
And like, I think, letting your mind wander is even better for this scenario, because it's a type of meditation where you're just like, it's almost like what do they call when you just free speech?
Freehand or?
Wow, chain of consciousness, stream of consciousness writing. So it's like you just let your mind stream consciousness, and that's when I get ideas of like that I wasn't even expecting. Because like there's the creativity where you try for a certain thing. And you're like, what can this character do? If you're writing a script, for example, you're like, oh, what could this character do to grow in this department? That's a specific kind of character that's a brainstorm for a specific part. But if you're just like letting your train of conscious kind of just take over, that kind of creativity can spark it could start like a new business. it could spark an idea for like rekindling family member relationships. I mean, it's like it's totally open ended that anything can happen. It could like think a way to get a new car, like. So I encourage like definitely do both. You can sit there and have intention on just your time sitting to think, but also let your mind wander. I think that's the most fun.
I feel like that would probably be the most fun because I feel like letting your mind wander just well I guess letting your mind wander, but also finding within that wandering a sense of place. You know what I'm saying? Because once you find that sense of place and then you start wandering, you could either, make that idea that you have bigger or grander than where it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you have a car, your car runs on gas. And you're like, man, I don't want to use gas. You figure out maybe I can use water. You know what I'm saying? You put water in your tank. Now, I'm not saying that your car will
we
go.
do not recommend that on this podcast. Please do not.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? Like, eventually you'll figure out, oh, man, if I want to do that, you could probably build something to handle the water to then make the car run, right? And then in turn, that would just be something that would change literally the world. It will change the game of the car industry.
That's innovation. I think innovation is a part of creativity. Obviously,
yeah, they go hand in hand.
And innovation kind of goes back to what we were saying when we take parts of other things to make it better. But even just like that thinking time I was talking about, what people do, it's common for people to say they do their best thinking in driving and in the shower. Mm-hmm. So that's that time of think. But
sometimes on the toilet.
And sometimes, yeah. So, but can you imagine if you had that time for your brain to wander, but on purpose? That's all I'm saying. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back to give you a nice little dose of motivation and to just kick ass today.
Ooh.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here on the final stretch of today's episode. We're hoping you're having a great Monday. We hope you got a great week ahead of you because it's within your ability to have a great week. So since it is the beginning of the week, I think it would just be really wise to take a minute and kind of imagine an ideal week because it's kind of like a clean slate right now, I love a Monday. I think it's just an opportunity to take it on,
Mondays suck. Mondays are so bad.
Because we've been trained to hate Mondays.
Man, dude.
We've been trained.
You know what? Which Mondays make me tired.
Yeah, because of the grind that we've been indoctrinated into.
It's because of the grind we had on the weekend. You had so much fun on the weekend. You get to Monday. Now Monday's a work day. Now you're just like, okay. But you're right. Yeah. You're right. You do have to have a certain mind.
It's how you want to approach it. So you can see it as a clean slate and just decide, like, what does this ideal week entail? So, like, think about it, like, what are some things you want to do? Do you want to spend some time with loved ones? Do you want to go to the gym? Like, keep imagining this with your eyes closed and just think about what would be just best for you. Imagine some things that you want to do. Imagine some things that you should do, and then make that vision a reality. Just nothing to it but to do it. I know there's a lot of things maybe in the short term that you're not happy about with in your life, and make those some goals to turn that around, Think about that final goal. Maybe it's like you're not happy with your job. Well, what job do you want? What do you want to do? What would make you happy to wake up and do? So,
or what aspects, or you could look at it differently too, on what aspects of your job would make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, figuring out different things.
Do I need to change departments? Do I need to get a promotion? Right. Do I need to have to talk with my boss?
Right. Do I need more pins in my binder? Do I need
more pens? Ideally as many pens as possible.
As many as you can have.
It's a great gift from coworkers too. If you have pens, give them pens.
You get your coworker a pen, I promise you they're not going to like you.
It's an inside joke from our Patreon.
100%. Watch it,
at
please.
Wabu Sabu Pod.
Please.
Anyway, so I think it's like, figure out there's and going back to creativity, which we just talked about, there's a million ways to solve a problem. Mm-hmm. So I think the step one is to identify what specifically is the problem. Is it something within the job, or is it the job entirely? Or this is just an example of the job, but do you want to get a different job, or do you want to fix the job you have? So it's like you got to really think deeply about what's bothering you and think about what would be the best, envision the best scenario, and then think about maybe 2 or 3 steps how to get there. What would be the halfway point? Imagine, what's a good way to start? What do I need to do? You got to get creative.
100%. Like, even if you don't eat breakfast, eat breakfast. Or if you don't drink coffee, try drinking coffee. Or if you don't say hi to your coworkers, mix it up. Like, just, it may work. If you don't say hi to your coworkers, say hi to your coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different things to mix up your Monday, and then hopefully that'll carry throughout the week, and hopefully that'll make a better week. And if it works, continue it.
Absolutely.
Or change it up again. You know what I'm saying?
And I think as we go throughout this week, until we meet again next Monday, think about how you can be creative this week. And I want to give a personal guarantee, but I don't want to be. There's no way to prove it. But I would guarantee that you're going to feel better if you begin creating. What do you want to do? Do you want to learn how to sew? Do you want to learn how to paint? Do you want to just get a piece of paper and some paint and just try it? You know, I know there's like, or if you're already into something, step it up. Maybe do it 2 times a week, or practice new techniques. Do some little research. Like, figure out one way to get out of this plateau that you're in. Take it one step further. Just one step. Start with that one. Get a new technique. Yeah. And just put it to use this week, and then see how it does. And then once you get used to that one step, do another.
And you just keep
going.
Keep going. But I want to give kind of like a full-on Oxford definition that I kind of picked up from the internet.
Oh, we got Oxford's.
So they say creativity is the use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. That's what they say.
The imagination. I think like the best takeaway from that is the imagination. Yeah, that's one of our like God gifts. You know, like that's where the imagination is really where creativity comes from. Yeah, I'm glad they mentioned that.
And you know what's crazy? Like, even with that, and I know I'm going off topic, but with the word imagination, I always think of Tim. What's the dude name from Reading Rainbow?
I think of Walt Disney, but
I think of Reading Rainbow, man. I think of
Agree to disagree.
I can go as far as high.
I think of South Park. Anyway, yeah, we are definitely.
But see, like those are all like the things we named: the South Parks, the Reading Rainbows, the what other thing you said? I can't remember. But all those are original ideas. Okay, those all have artistic elements to them. So under the Oxford definition, those things will all be considered a part of creativity.
Yeah. And I think since that was our topic today, we really want to motivate you guys to just really kickstart that and try to think outside the box on something. And if you have some great success, comment in the comment section what you want to work on and what your goal is. Maybe what's that one step you want to do. And I think we can all hold each other accountable below. I
actually want to also know, if you don't mind, in the comments, what is your creative process?
Yeah.
What do you do to jolt some creativity?
Right. What's your trick? Because honestly, we need to all share. I gave some secrets today, guys. So I even told you about the cream cheese, and like that's my secret ingredient to everything. So
everything? Oh, that's. Hey man.
Even my water.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't trust Gus in everything, just in some things.
Look, I'm a try guy.
100%.
And Ty's a safe guy.
I'm a safe guy. Like, I'm like safe auto.
That's why with me, if you hang out with me, you're going to experience something new. Well, anyway, we're here as we're wrapping up here in this podcast. We want to motivate you to just try something creative and let us know how it's going. We want to encourage you to that creativity can open doors. Like, it can bring new friends. You could join a pottery studio or I don't know, and meet a whole new group of people that like to be creative, that can spark other creativity in you. And like we were saying, creativity is better with collaboration anyway. So join up with people, find groups of people that have common interest and have fun with them. make friends, lifelong friends, with the interest of creating. And I think like a lot of people have friends to do certain things with, and a lot of people just have friends to get fudged up and party, but a lot of people also make good friendships on other things which are a lot more productive, like being creative. Like our friendship here, we do party together a lot, but we also are creative together a lot.
100%. And I wanted to ask you this, for like creativity, do you feel like when it says, or in the definition, when it uses the word imagination, do you feel like anything in your imagination you can create?
I think anything in our imagination we can begin creating, because it's like it's really a matter of time outside of that. But you know, if you had infinite years, I think you could build infinite things or do infinite things. I think it's just like you just got, maybe you have to put in 1,000 years of work to do something that seems impossible.
Because like I was just thinking, like, I know there's a weird thought, is like, is electricity created? Did someone create electricity? Like, I guess, or was it always there? Did it always exist? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, electricity exists in lightning, so I think it's just like, yeah, it's been around.
But this has electricity in it.
Yeah, because we found how to store
harnessed it.
Yeah,
so that's where
it.
So I guess since electricity was always around, since I guess the day of time, I would assume.
Since time.
We had to create something to harness.
Yes.
That's it.
So it did seem impossible when we were first cognizant of lightning. We were like, oh my God, that would be impossible to capture. But now we got electricity running around the studio right now. So like lightning all around.
So I wonder, like, then I'm just throwing this out there. Would it be impossible to create like a spaceship to go light years?
I think it's possible. Yeah, eventually. But take
probably
100
like
years.
1,000 million years or something like
Nah,
that.
because technology is like exponential. Like technology will help invent new technology. So it'll be within 100 probably. I would say.
You consider technology to be the most creative thing that the human
It's kind of like the pinnacle. I don't know if it's like the most creative, because I think a lot of art might beat that, but I think it's like the pinnacle of like usefulness of creativity.
Got you.
And that's also like just something we really want to hammer home, is just like there's so many forms of creativity. You can be creative in your community. Start like a group with people from your community. Start like an after school thing for your kids and your kids' friends. Make creative dishes for your kids' soccer teams. I mean, there's infinite opportunities out there to be creative. Just go and have fun with it. I think that's like what the life's greatest pleasure is, just having fun, being creative, and sharing that with other people. And if you're not happy when you do that, I don't know what to tell you, because you will be.
And also you got to be. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to choose,
because like in order for whatever you created to then be, I guess, used or presented or whatever, you yourself have to like the thing that you created. If you don't like it, I mean, it may not get used, or someone may take that idea and just make it likable, I guess. Yeah. Or better.
And if you don't like your own creation, then just keep practicing or try a different thing. Like,
for sure.
You know, you're not going to know you don't like it until you try it. So, like, I don't know if anyone out there listens to Abraham Hicks, but they really should. And they talk about how you need contrast in your life. So if there's something that you don't like, congratulations. Now you know what you don't like. So go out and experience it. And whether you like it or not, that's to find out. But you need to try. And with creation, and there's no trying, you're going to create very little. And, you know, I'm never going to say it's a waste of like a human life, because they're so precious. But it's just like, oh, you could have done so much more. But, you know, just being alive is the main thing. But go out there, live, create, have fun, make friends, listen to Wabu Sabu, follow us on Instagram.
And if Wabu Sabu did spur your creation, please give us credit. You know what I'm saying?
Let us
'Cause
know too.
Let us know.
Maybe we'll have you on the show.
Hey, man. Like, especially you make food, you know, good food.
Send it to Wabu Sabu.
Send it. No, don't actually don't. Don't send it to Wabu Sabu because I need to go to your house to see what your house looks like before I eat it.
True.
But
Ty's gonna inspect the kitchen.
Inspect the kitchen.
And I
inspect the food,
appreciate it. I want a clean kitchen, but I trust Ty's opinion, so it won't be both of us. It'll just be Ty inspecting your kitchen.
100%.
But yeah, follow us on Patreon at Wabu Sabu Pod. Follow us on Instagram, also on Wabu Sabu Pod. Follow us on Facebook at Wabu Sabu Pod. Follow us on YouTube at Wabu Sabu Pod. There's a trend here, if you haven't noticed.
And also, we say Wabu Sabu Pod instead of spelling it out because apparently I can't spell.
Yeah, sometimes we try to spell it and we get it wrong. So just look at it behind us. And for you audio listeners, it's WABUSABUPOD. But we appreciate you listening, watching. It's Wabu Sabu Podcast. Shout out. I'm Gus the Great. This is
Tyrese Sally.
And this is our producer, Haley, who she's grabbing the mic. She might say hello.
She might say hello.
Hello, this is me.
She exists.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We got to hear from Haley. She is like working so hard. Like she's just, her fingers are flying on the keyboard. She's like, this part sucked, this part sucked, this part sucked.
And she's telling us
we got to cut it out, guys. We're just gonna keep your intro and outro.
That's it. That's it. The whole thing. The
Good
whole
show.
episode.
Yeah,
Good
the
show.
final episode is about 38 seconds.
Woo, let's go.
Doing great, sweetie.
We're doing.
Oh,
thank you. That's why at Wabu Sabu we uplift, we love, we send the love, we receive the love. It's a beautiful cycle. But we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining. Next week, should we reveal the topic now, or do we want to surprise them?
Let's surprise them.
All
I
right.
like surprise.
Next week we got a great topic for you. It's one of my favorites. We out.
Captain Planet, we the hero.